We're going to slate. We're going to call the date, which is
August 11th, 2015.
And we're going to step out.
Okay.
And we're going to enter and hit applause. Oh, wait. And...
Go.
Hello!
Aloha!
Who are we saying hello to?
Oh my gosh. Our constituents.
Our constituents.
No, to those people out there. Hi, Don. Hi, Maury.
Donald Trump. No. Don.
No.
Don,
No.
who is our secret admirer. Well, he's probably your secret
Not even.
admirer.
He's actually going to be my next interview.
Well, you said he doesn't want to, like, he hasn't left comments.
Well, he doesn't prefer to, I believe. But there
thought-
are some people who like to leave comments, and those people I encourage to leave comments.
I hope everybody who watches this leaves a comment. Friend or foe.
I don't usually leave comments after I watch videos.
I do occasionally leave something. Not occasionally, but I mean, like there are moments when, but people do. Obviously, there are millions of comments.
You're probably that group of commentators that annoy me.
Is it wrong? I'm the one who writes fag on all of them.
Really nice.
I don't know why they say that either. It's like, what? Is that the only word you know? It's the only three-letter word you know? Anyway, but no, I still, hopefully, someday we'll have a conversation.
Or somebody will want to leave a comment. Please leave a comment so we can end this discussion. Moving on.
Well, you know, it's one thing to leave a comment on like some random site out there, but to leave a comment to us would mean that we get to have a conversation.
Yeah, it's helpful, no doubt.
And have a conversation. Like you're supposed to be the third person at the table, or fourth, or if you're all sitting around like a student lounge and there's like 20 of you actually watching.
One of my friends shares his thoughts with me on the show, and I like it. It's fun.
But he doesn't share them with me. I feel left out.
I'll repeat it to you because I like to put my swing on things.
That's what I was just going to say. I want an unadulterated opinion. Not
okay, so there, whomever, do it.
Do it.
Okay, so fun. Here we are in Wailuku. Above my shop if the shoe fits, and we're having our little glass of wine after work. It's right after work, sun setting.
We call it Pauhana.
Pauhana. And basically, if you're having a glass of wine or something, join us. And this is what we do anyway. So I just figured we record it and post it.
She forced me to sit at this table and talk to her on camera.
Totally deserves it. Okay,
so
tonight.
Let's catch up.
Yeah, let's do catch up.
Because, we actually missed one of our regular meetings, which is irrelevant to this.
Are you blaming me?
Well, it just feels like, because I normally see it twice a week. So for one's not recorded and one recorded, and it does feel like it's been a long time, too.
Oh, it's been a long time. Okay,
really...
so can I tell you my update?
Okay. Can I do something else while you talk?
That's what most people do. So this would be a great time to have my YouTube, because I want to do a YouTube update, and this would be great if I had like a YouTube logo.
YouTube. I hope that the YouTube company people do that for us.
You're such a tube.
Okay, so my YouTube update is, my YouTube channel has been very busy. It keeps growing and growing, and that's exciting. Money's coming in. That's exciting. Our show has been fun. We've been getting some views on that. And the other thing is I wanted to say is I was watching a woman, 72-year-old, applied to a sponsorship program that's provided out there, and it's called FAMBIT. I'll try to put a link down below after the show.
FAMBIT.
FAM as in Mary, BIT.
Oh, fam as in like fam.
And basically what you do is you apply to them to see if they have somebody that wants to sponsor your show, and you can make way more money. This 72-year-old woman was awesome. She says she has this huge niche because of her age, and she does beauty product demonstrations and just take people on tours around her town.
What's her name?
I don't remember, but I have it, somewhere I can find it. I'll try and put it in the link.
Shouldn't your research assistant have given you that in the first, like before we started?
That's
Hello!
what I need help funding, is my research assistant.
Swears! Where's the data for this story?
She's eating it with the
I
tuna.
swear to God.
Okay, so anyway, this woman says, apply to Fambit. You get turned down by some. Some people want to be your sponsor, but maybe you don't want them.
Do you understand how it works yet? Have you checked it out?
No, but they talked about it on this YouTube video about her progress and what happened, how many, it took about 3 weeks to get a first response. It sounds like a pretty easy thing, so I'm going to try it myself. She said the payoffs are way better than just AdSense, which is the basic YouTube monetization button.
So what is expected of you? What is she doing to
You make
get
an agreement, a contract with a company. They either send you product, you test it out on your video, and they pay you a monthly fee. It's a guaranteed monthly fee.
So you're finding a sponsor who feels like you're reaching their demographic.
Exactly.
So are there like big names in it? Does she have a big name?
I haven't researched it yet. She only has 12,000 subscribers, which is a lot because I only have 77.
Should we make a rule that you can't bring up a story unless you know who we're talking about and what we're talking about?
No, because I can always put it in the description.
But really, your
below
story
later.
is about Fambit.
Fambit, and about making more money with your YouTube channel by exploring that as an option.
So I'm curious about that myself now.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it.
Cool. Well,
maybe I can get a shampoo company for my hair care product or something.
Maybe. I'm just saying.
Okay, so and then the other thing is on the YouTube, I'm also going to start a show called the Cobbler Series, where I'm going to interview other fellow cobblers. And I'm going to start with Don Clements.
You mentioned you were going to start with him, but you didn't have a premise. Now you have a premise. That's a very good premise.
Yeah, I think each cobbler has their own story.
So it'll be a playlist?
I think Don is interesting.
You'll do a playlist called Cobbler Series, maybe?
Yeah, exactly. It'll be its own playlist.
So you're going to tell us a little bit about Don?
Exactly. I have certain questions I'll put to him, and he can, kind of choose to answer, ahead of time and kind of.
So a little hint. He's been a cobbler for a long time.
Yeah, but you have to wait for the story.
Well, you can set it up a little bit, I mean, I'm not interested because his name is Don. I'm interested a little more.
Yeah, so he's been a cobbler and very successful one actually. So even better starting it with him. And he has his own story, and it's an interesting story, and he's an interesting person.
He's been working with you for a while.
His background before he was a cobbler, he's done some really interesting things, and he's a pretty successful guy at all of them. So I think his story is an interesting one, and whether he keeps doing it and where he thinks he's going to go with it.
And he came from outer space.
No, but I want to save all this for the story, so stop asking me questions.
I'm sorry, I just gave the whole thing away. Spoiler alert, Don is from outer space. I'm just saying.
And then my last announcement that I want to make right away for my local buddies is that First Friday was under the rumor that they were quitting the beer garden. And this is really important because on First Friday of every month, Wailuku has a huge block party, and there's the beer garden, which is really close to my heart.
Everything in the beer garden is made of beer. It's like Willy Wonka, but beer.
Yeah. Don't I wish? So anyway, they renewed a different contract, but they have the beer garden. They're giving it a whirl, and I think this team, this local family, I don't want to say their name yet without their permission, but they're kicking butt, and they took it over, and they're just... So go support it.
It changed hands.
It changed hands.
They got permission. They have a license.
They went to a lot of work to get it and made it happen last Friday.
And Terry Evans would know because she's carved in wood out front.
Totally, I am the totem pole.
She's like the masthead.
Bear pass, please.
She's the masthead of the beer garden.
So anyway, that's my news.
That's a good news.
Yeah.
I know there's probably about 6 people who watch this who will really be glad.
I doubt it because I'm going to tag a lot of people.
That's right.
In my Facebook post, and they're going to have to see.
In fact, we could make this if we talk a little longer about the beer garden.
That'll be the title.
Then you could beer garden all over it. So is it like?
Okay, well, I want to say that it wouldn't have started without Yukile Sugimura, who started First Friday.
The street fair,
the street fair. It started as a group of 5 people, and then Yuki, it was a small thing. Yukile swooped in, Sugimura swooped in, made it a big thing by applying for grants, and now it's this huge festival which started 4 other festivals throughout the island as an economic stimulus.
So every Friday, a different community has a party on the street.
Big bands.
And actually it's been incredibly successful.
It's so successful.
It really has drawn a lot a lot of people in our little tiny town.
Yeah, so our town's, anyway, it's really cute.
So once a month it happens.
Yeah, once a month.
And there's beer in a garden.
There's beer in a garden, there are crafters, they have entertainment, it could be a band. Last month was Request Music through a hip hop standoff. Where they do breakdancing.
Oh, yeah.
That's always a big one.
And there's always great music, and there's like multiple
And the band's
stages,
right in front of my store.
And there's food.
It's perfect.
And there's even actually a Wailuku First Friday video or two, one of which I put out.
That's right.
To check it out a little bit.
Yeah.
To see what it is. But
actually,
that was a good topic,
would be a good playlist, is just Wailuku First Friday videos.
You could develop that as part of your in fact, you could do that as part of like the Terry Edmonds channel. Is the Wailuku for like every Friday you present a new. Not that you have to make one, but you can find one. I have thought
about it. I've got old videos and archives
you can
that
find
I'm going to put up on YouTube for sure.
Or find one that's out there. Just anyway, or occasionally, because it's only once a month. So
there was this one video that was made in front of the beer garden. After the beer garden, okay, and this was like a fun beer garden, and they were gonna make a show about Wailuku First Friday, and I think I was just the president, or just become off of being the president and stuff of the board that's put on the parties and stuff. So I was in a really big high, and these 2 cute camera guys are like, "Hey, wait, we need to interview you," and I was having fun. So they interviewed me, and I was like something about how they say, what are the benefits of Wailuku First Friday? I was like, being interviewed by cute guys like you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it didn't ever go to air.
Oh, that's funny. Good.
Okay, so that was my
Anyway,
update.
that could happen to you too. That's what we're saying. If you're interested.
Yeah, I like your next topic. I think this one's interesting because it applies to a lot of people.
Okay, because this is and it's also sort of part of the tech thing we call tech thing, which is really an update. We got to name the tech moment a little better. We talked about it, but anyway, this would sort of be part of that, but it's also just sort of about like just the thing that everybody does, but a slight twist, which may be also something that people do, but you said you've never done it, which is to Google your own name and research the people who have your name. Like, what have other people with your name done with their life?
Well, I've Googled my name.
Have you looked at what other people have done besides?
There is one woman, Terry's Toy Box or something, and I believe it's out of England or Canada or something. And then there's Terry, a famous black movie star, beautiful woman movie star, Terry something.
And Vince?
God.
I hope I'm right. Are we just talking about like the world of Terry's? Or we are talking about Terry Edmonds?
It's the world of Terry's because I don't think her name is Terry Edmonds.
Good grief, woman.
It comes up, but see, she's the next name that comes up. There's no Terry Edmonds that really come
up. Well, now
I'm
wondering if she must be a Terry Edmonds. If you Google Terry Edmonds, you're saying that name, that this woman pops up, right?
Well, yeah, but I have to do it.
Well, there you go. So what's really funny is this sort of not forces, but like there's sort of this compulsion now of our viewer to now Google Terry Edmonds.
Oh,
right?
That's
so anyway, so they'll Google me and they'll find me for 20 pages because there have been a lot of David Whitneys who have been quite successful, including a museum and an architect and well, what's interesting is there have been a lot of artists and there's a psychologist who ranks above me. And so all these fields that totally relate to
Do you guys look alike at all?
Well, interestingly enough, there is a David Whitney who is an artist who, or who might have been a curator, I forget, but of art, right? So like all these things, like we have all done the same sorts of things. It's remarkable, but they've all been honored a lot more than me. But yeah, there's one guy, not at a glance he looks like me, but yeah, he's shaved his head, he wears glasses, you know, it's not uncommon to do that. And you know, there's a David Whitney who starred in Andy Warhol's movies. So there's all these sort of absolutely creatively. But maybe that's all that people really write about. Like, who writes about the David Whitney who was a construction worker?
Right.
Who writes about the David Whitney?
Right, that guy's probably not putting himself out there
or is somebody doing a biography or a Wikipedia page about him? So, you know, so all the other David Whitneys out, the banker that was a David Whitney, you know, there might have been I think there might be a doctor, you know, but maybe that says something about the internet.
Did anybody claim the name Demon? Was there like a David Whitney demon out there?
It had a link to terryedmonds.com. When I clicked on the word demon, it went right to you. I am not a demon. I am an angel. And angels are not necessarily nice, so screw all of you.
Yeah, no,
believers.
I would agree from what the stories I've heard, but I don't know if I believe in them.
So the light isn't, you know, light can burn you as much as you want all light. Speaking of, now we're segueing into this other area that we talk about, which is what? Light, darkness, negativity, positivity.
Boo. Where's the boo? Boo.
I think the people want this conversation. I think the people want this conversation.
I'm sure they do, but
we're really about 15 minutes in because we didn't start this until you rambled for about 3 minutes. I mean, yapped for about 3 minutes. God.
So are we done with Googling your name?
Yeah, I guess I just thought it was interesting. The big thing was that I thought was interesting about how everybody there had a similar. Anybody could have been anybody else in that, you know.
That is very interesting.
It seemed to me like any one of us could, and I never showed up. Like I went 6, 7, 8 pages deep.
Wow.
My website's screwed up, but it's still there with stuff. But it's just something's messy.
Many years ago, I had a friend, still my friend, but many years ago, this gentleman is the #1 leasing agent for movie cameras in Hollywood, and he's made and beautiful cameras, and he's made all of his money doing that, and he's very wealthy. And he was on the first 20 pages of Google. I remember looking and watching and seeing how many pages, and it was all about him. His name is Otto Nemes.
That's a unique name. David Whitney, it turns out to be an incredibly common name. In fact, there's another David Whitney on an island. So
to continue that story, I thought from that day forward, I wanted to have my name like his, like 20 pages deep. And it's pretty deep. I mean, right now it'll probably go 4, 5, but SEO, writing a good SEO search engine optimization paragraph underneath this video helps me get those hits. And it has a little gauge light, if it's yellow, green, or red. And if it's yellow, I know that my SEO is good. I'm going to come up on top.
In WordPress. When you're setting up the title of the page and the description and the tags, it gives you.
Can't you just read my mind and know that I meant all of that?
Well, I can. I'm helping the people who are watching interpret because all they're hearing is. Okay,
it's probably boring to.
They're hearing this.
Yeah.
This is what they hear. This is your audience, Terry.
Poor things. Okay, I'll stop. Anyway, it's all good. So.
Is this show entirely about you?
It's never about me.
Know.
I'm surprised I got any airtime.
Is there any other topic about
Yeah. What about your animation series proposal?
Oh, that's all boring. Besides, we're out of time.
Yeah.
We're about to actually pitch it. But maybe that'll be for another day.
Yeah, it's fun. So I hope everybody had fun tonight.
Or another segment, because we're actually sort of putting out these extra segments.
And if you want to bring up topics and suggest something, go for it. It'd be fun. I'll see where I'd love to hear one. And
come on, somebody say something for Christ's sake.
Kind of what comes into, hey, goodbye.